Something weird is happening in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders just had an awesome game as a quarterback in the preseason, but now he's suddenly not playing. They say it's because of a small injury. But some people think there's a different reason, and fans aren't buying the story. Why would they stop a super talented guy like him just when everyone's excited? Why is the Browns coach acting like Shedeur isn't a big deal when everyone else says he should lead the team? There's a bigger story here. Maybe some team drama, fights behind the scenes, or even a trade that could shake up football. The news came out fast. They said Shedeur was hurt. Something about his side, the Browns said. It sounded normal at first. Just a little pain, they claimed. Nothing big. But the timing? It feels fishy. People close to Shedeur say this isn't new. He's played with this same problem before and did great. He was calm, threw perfectly, and led the team like a star. So why bench him now when he's doing so well? Fans saw something was off right away. Shedeur didn't look hurt. He wasn't moving slow or playing badly. He was on fire, and then boom, he's out. Some think the team's just being careful. Others, they think it's a trick. It feels like the team's trying to quiet all the excitement about him. Like they don't want the attention. But this was just the start of the confusion. A few days after the injury, the Browns showed their new lineup. And guess what? Even though Shedeur had the best quarterback game in the preseason, he wasn't just skipped for the main spot. He was listed as the fourth choice. Think about that. He played better than every other quarterback on the team. He ran the offense smoothly, didn't mess up, and gave the Browns something they really need, a steady quarterback. And still, fourth? Here's the weird part. Two of the quarterbacks ahead of him were actually hurt. They couldn't even play. But Shedeur, who was fine just days ago, still didn't make the top three. This didn't just seem odd, it felt like a plan. Fans got mad. Experts were confused. Everyone was asking, what's Coach Kevin Stefanski doing? He said he's working on helping all quarterbacks grow, but it looks like he's doing the opposite, ignoring the one guy who's shining. And then, when it seemed like things couldn't get crazier, they did. Right when fans started asking questions, the Browns made it worse. Stefanski said Shedeur wouldn't play in the next preseason game. No heads up, no clear reason, just another mention of that injury. But this time, the injury excuse felt too easy, like a cover-up. People close to the team started talking quietly about pressure inside the team. The news was all about Shedeur. Fans were cheering his name. TV shows were saying he should get more chances. The excitement was huge. And just like that, he was gone from the plans. What started as quiet talk turned into big guesses. Was this really about keeping Shedeur safe, or was the coach hiding something? The stats showed Shedeur deserved more chances, but the team's choices ignored all that. Instead of using all the hype, the Browns went quiet. No answers, no clear reasons, just a vague arm soreness excuse, and no more Shedeur in the plans. That's when it stopped being just about football. The Browns' silence didn't last because the media went wild. Dan Orlovsky, a big name in football, went on TV and said what everyone was thinking. Why isn't Shedeur getting a real chance? He didn't hold back. He called out Stefanski and asked for answers. If Shedeur isn't good enough, Orlovsky said, show us. But if you can't, let the guy play. That hit hard because Shedeur had shown he's good enough. On the field with everyone watching, he was great. But the coach acted like it didn't matter. Other experts started talking too. News headlines popped up. Twitter went nuts. Even Gabrielle Union, Deion Sanders, and old players joined in. Everyone agreed. Nobody believed the injury story anymore. And what did Coach Stefanski do? He didn't argue back. He didn't show proof. He just said Shedeur would be out for a while because of soreness. By then, fans were done. This didn't look like a plan. It looked like someone was holding Shedeur back on purpose. Fans tried to stay calm at first. They were confused. then worried. But now, they're super mad. After Shedeur proved himself, even with this soreness, and still got benched with no reason, people got loud. Fans flooded social media, saying the Browns should either play him or trade him. "Let him go," one big tweet said. "Let him shine somewhere else." And it wasn't just talk. There was real movement. An NFL insider named Mick Wright said Shedeur quietly asked to leave if things didn't change. His message? If the Browns won't let him play, he wants to go where he can. Then one team's name came up: the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams could give Shedeur a calm place to grow behind Matthew Stafford, a star quarterback who might be near the end of his career. It could be the perfect setup for Shedeur to step up later. Suddenly, it wasn't just about drama in Cleveland. It was about Shedeur maybe starting fresh in LA, and the Browns possibly regretting it big time. But Cleveland wasn't ready to let go that easily. Just when it looked like Shedeur might leave, something big happened. From the very top, word got out that Browns owner Jimmy Haslam was upset. Not with the media mess, not with the trade talk, but with how Stefanski was treating the team's most exciting player. Behind the scenes, Haslam had had enough. He knew how much attention Shedeur was getting, not just from fans, but all over the country. Insiders said he started supporting Shedeur, asking why the young quarterback wasn't getting a real chance when the team had so much to gain. Now Stefanski, who used to call all the shots, was in a tough spot. The team was divided. The front office was stressed, and Stefanski had to answer not just to fans or the media, but to his boss. For the first time, people started quietly talking about whether Stefanski's job was safe. What started as a weird coaching choice turned into a huge team drama. The focus wasn't just on Shedeur anymore, it was on Stefanski, and things were about to get even messier. At first, this could have been a simple injury story, but every move the Browns made it more mysterious. Why would a team that needs a good quarterback treat their best player like a problem? Why cause drama in the team, upset the fans, and risk losing the guy who's lighting up the preseason? The injury's timing, the fourth string spot, the silence, the excuses, none of it feels right. Experts started pointing out problems, wondering if this was about more than football. Was it personal? A fight for control? Or something bigger, like a clash between Stefanski and the team's bosses? Some even say Stefanski didn't want Shedeur on the team from the start, that the bosses picked him. And if that's true, this whole mess isn't about how good Shedeur is. It's about who's in charge. If Shedeur does great somewhere else, it'd prove the bosses were right, and that's something no coach wants to look bad for. It's not about skill anymore. It's about team politics. And Shedeur, he's stuck in the middle of it all. But there's still a chance. With things getting crazy in Cleveland and the team split, one idea stood out: a fresh start. And out of all the teams, the Los Angeles Rams looked like the best and most exciting option. For Shedeur, it's a great fit. He wouldn't have to start right away, and he wouldn't face the same stress he's dealing with in Cleveland. He could learn from a pro like Matthew Stafford, a champion who might only have 1 year left. For the Rams, it's a smart move. They could get a future star quarterback while still letting Stafford play. And for Shedeur, it's a chance to grow without all the drama and roadblocks. Even the business part works. The Browns used a 5th-round pick on Shedeur. If they trade him for a 4th-round pick, they'd come out ahead. Something the team's bosses could explain, even if fans hate it. But this idea brings up one big question nobody in Cleveland wants to say out loud. If the Browns let Shedeur go, how long before they wish they hadn't? The situation with Shedeur Sanders isn't just about a player sitting out. It's about how talent is used or wasted right in front of everyone. He came to Cleveland with low expectations and tons of pressure. He answered the only way a quarterback should, by showing up and playing great. But somehow, that wasn't enough to get a real chance. Instead, fans got an injury excuse, then a demotion, then quiet from the coach who's supposed to build a winning team. Meanwhile, big names in football are saying the obvious: give the kid a shot. But now, that shot might come somewhere else. A team like the Rams could help Shedeur grow without all the Cleveland mess. And if he does great, every missed chance, every benching, every excuse from Stefanski will look really bad. The Browns can still fix this, but if they don't, they might just give the NFL its next big star to another team. So now we want to hear from you. Is Shedeur Sanders being treated unfairly by the Browns? Was the injury just a made-up excuse? And would going to LA be the best move for his career? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This story's not done yet, but one thing's for sure: if the Browns won't let Shedeur shine, someone else definitely will.